Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about my journey to sustainable health and meaningful success. If you're coming back and you've already subscribed, welcome back. Y'all are my people and I love you so much. And if you're new, I hope you'll consider subscribing by the end of this video. And if you just recently subscribed, y'all are the freaking coolest, okay? Thank you for joining the squad. You know, my subscribers are the best in the land, so I love you. This is the first week of Nutrisystem that I've started. I did a video last week about starting Nutrisystem, how I ordered it, how much it cost, all of that. So if you're new to this, check it out because it was just the beginning phases, talked about why I was doing Nutrisystem. Basically, it's just a reset for me. I really hate diet culture. I hate feeling like you constantly have to be restricting yourself all the time or obsessing over what foods you're eating. I don't think that's sustainable. And here on this channel, in this house, we have sustainable health. However, I do believe that sometimes it's nice to do a reset, to reestablish your structure and your boundaries for what you're eating so that your body feels good. Sometimes we just slip into seasons or, stressful times when we're not really paying attention to what we're eating, and that's okay. And this video is just talking about how I am getting started with Nutrisystem, what it looks like, where I'm at right now. So the first thing that I did was I measured myself and weighed myself. So my last weigh-in, I was at 299, so I'm gonna stick with that even though I had fluctuated a little bit up. I'm gonna stick with my starting weight of 299, starting Nutrisystem. And my measurements, my arm is 24 inches, my chest is, so like the biggest part of my arm is 24 inches, my chest is 50, my waist is 48, my hips are 58, my thigh at its biggest point is 33.5, my calf at its biggest point is 23.5, and I did those measurements on October 12th. So I also recorded a little clip of myself measuring myself just so that you kind of get the visual. Even though at my weight, at like 300 pounds, it's kind of hard. Even if you lose like 20 pounds, it's hard to see a drastic difference like that. But I figured I would, it has been since March since I did like a full body like filming of myself taking measurements, so I figured I'd just give you that benefit of seeing the full deal. Anyway, so the document that they gave me, I showed the unboxing in my last video, so the document that they gave me was this getting started. This is what I'm supposed to read for the first week. And it's just setting the rules for this first week. So let's see what it has for us. I've already like briefly read over it just so that I could start. I started on Wednesday and I'm recording this on a Sunday. So I've already been eating the meals for a few days. But let's look into it. Welcome to your first week on Nutrisystem. This is what it looks like. Oop. Specially designed for results you can see and feel in your first 7 days. Okay, so it's starting strong. Let's get your weight loss started. Number 1, during your first week, you will eat Nutrisystem breakfasts, lunches, and dinners and snacks for all 7 days. Pick any Nutrisystem meal from your box in your first week to follow the meal plan. Number 2, read through this guide for all the details you need to know about week 1. Great. Number 3, download the New Me, our free app. It's the only place to log your food, activity, and progress. And I did. I downloaded the New Me app, and I put in my starting weight, and I don't know if I had to put in my weight goals. I probably did put in all of my stats, or I just signed in with my Nutrisystem account, and it just synced all of that. And it actually is really helpful for logging your food because I hate writing down the food that I am eating. I think it's so tedious. I think it's so obsessive, and I don't like obsessing over my food, especially with a history of an eating disorder. I don't like having to think about food all the time. I think it's mentally unhealthy for me. So with the app, what you can do is you can search the food, you can log the food, whatever you want to do. It's kind of like MyFitnessPal in terms of that. Or you could just scan the food. So you just click scan food and then you find the barcode. It finds it really fast and then you just log it and that's it. So that's really helpful. Oh, it's also really good for tracking your activity. So I have synced my app with my Fitbit, so my Fitbit automatically translates all of that into the New Me app. So that's fun. That's exciting. Here's what you'll do this week. Eat 5 times a day. For work days, eating the 5 times a day. I'll eat my breakfast entree at 8 a.m., my Nutrisystem, which they give you a shake mix for each of the 7 days of your first week, at 11 a.m. And then I'll eat the lunch entree at 1, this afternoon snack at 3, and then I'm at home eating dinner by 5 so that it gives me a good spacing for my meals. So that works for me. Add at least 4 servings of non-starchy vegetables each day. They're unlimited and great for curbing hunger. I eat that with dinner, so that's good. Keep activity to a minimum this week to allow your body to adjust. Nutrisystem, you get me. Thank you. And record what you eat and drink using the New Me, the only app customized to your Nutrisystem plan. So, yeah, they say get veggie ready. 1 serving is 1 cup of raw or half a cup of cooked vegetables. Purchase pre-cut or prep a big batch for the week. Avoid starchy vegetables like potatoes, yams, corn, and peas. And then spice up your week. They say condiments and spices under 10 calories per serving are free foods on your plan. Some ideas are garlic, salsa, mustard, lemon or lime juice, herbs, and spices. So they have like a complete list of those foods at Nutrisystem.com/my-account, I guess. All right, so that's like their first materials. So to recap, you're eating a breakfast, Nutri-Crush shake, lunch, snack, dinner. Those are the 5 entrees for the week, plus 4 non-starchy vegetables. So here's how that translates. First of all, I have been logging my food, and at that recommended rate, I have not gotten over 1,000 calories per day. And I don't like that. Not only do I not like that, I mean, I could eat more vegetables for hunger. So for me, I'm not feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm dying on this first week of Nutrisystem because I'm not allowed to eat anything. You are allowed to eat things. It's kind of one of those things where it's like when you open the fridge and you're like, Mom, there's no food in the house. And it's like, there's food, but you just don't want to cook. It's the same thing with vegetables. Mom, there's nothing to eat. Yes, there is. You can eat vegetables. You just don't want to eat vegetables. So in that sense, I don't feel like I'm deprived hunger, because if I really, really wanted to eat more, I could eat more vegetables. I just choose not to. I don't know why. I feel like that's just, for me, I'm like, I don't want to get sick of the same vegetables all the time. And really at this point, I'm just eating the California medley, which is broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots, which I don't know if carrots is really an approved food, but it's a vegetable, so I'm gonna eat it, okay? Don't be too legalistic with the vegetables that you're allowing yourself. I understand the whole like potatoes and yams because they are very starchy, and it's kind of more of like a grain / carbohydrate. Like it's kind of less in the vegetable category, like the true vegetable. It's more of like rice and grains are kind of in that same starchy category. So I understand that differentiation, but I'm eating carrots. That's my long explanation for eating carrots. But Yeah, I have some thoughts about the whole idea of eating 1,000 calories or less every day for the first 7 days. No. Do I look like I'm malnourished? No. So I can survive on 1,000 calories a day. People have survived on a lot less. I don't think I'm wasting away to nothing. However, that is extremely calorie restrictive. And if you have a history of eating disorders where restriction is a trigger for you, I do not suggest doing this program to that T, like to that particular rule. I think you can add some things. You can add some healthy fats, add an avocado, add some olives. I've been adding olives to like all of my dinners because I just have a lot of olives. I'm used to adding olives and sriracha to like everything. So I still add that. And I'm not counting the calories of my sriracha. I don't eat so much sriracha that it's going to be, more than 100 calories. I eat a lot less than 100 calories. I'm just saying, like, even at its most, it would still be way less than something notable, calorie-wise. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. I've been doing it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and today's Sunday. So I'm like almost through week 1. And I've only gotten lightheaded once in a grocery store, and that was yesterday because I hadn't eaten breakfast yet and I went to go get some tea from the grocery store. I wanted some more options, and I was standing in the aisle and I was like, oh, I need to go home and eat something. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that kind of calorie restriction. I have read in other programs before that it is helpful to get some initial like results, like to get that first boost of momentum when you first start something so that you feel the encouragement to continue. But I don't think it needed to be that restrictive. I think they could have said like, eat some fruit, eat some protein, eat other healthy things to get it at least to like 1,200 calories a day. 1,200 calories is like the generally accepted minimum for adults to survive. 1,200 should be the minimum calories that you're eating. So yeah, not a huge fan of that. I have really enjoyed the meals. There's only been one that I was like not going to reorder that. And I've been doing the meal reviews on my Patreon, but let me know in the comments, please, if you would prefer that I switch over to Instagram for posting those things. I had a really good experience yesterday morning for breakfast. I actually felt like it was really mentally healthy, so I'll just put my really quick reaction to that here. Just wanted to jump on here and say real quick that it's Saturday morning and I just did one of the egg scrambles. I just got one of them because I don't normally cook breakfast, so I figured I have some eggs, but I don't want to like have to budget time for breakfast every morning. And it was really, really good. The scramble was like, the box just came with the sausage and spinach that you heat up real quick, and then you add 2 eggs, and then you mix it up and microwave it again, and mix it up and microwave it again. And I have never microwaved eggs, so I thought that was pretty bizarre. I don't know. People probably do it all the time, and I'm just like new to the trend of microwaving eggs. But it tasted so good. And then adding like hot sauce and some olives, because I'm adding olives or like healthy fat, and I'm considering it as free, even though they probably would be like, too many calories, you need to track that. I'm not even tracking it because despite what Nutrisystem promotes, I really believe that healthy fat is healthy for you, it's filling, it's good for your internal organs. Like, you need to have healthy fat, even if you're counting calories and trying to go more like carb and protein. you cannot just go fat-free. I understand trans fats or saturated fats, like fat that you would find in prepackaged foods. Yes, let's minimize that. But whole fat is good. So that's my tangent on olives, I guess. But I just wanted to say that because it's been a while since I've cooked breakfast for myself, especially on a weekend morning. And I felt that to be not only physically nourishing, like this is the first morning that after breakfast I'm feeling really satisfied, but I also felt like it was a really emotionally nourishing experience of cooking myself breakfast, even though it was in a microwave, it was prepackaged, it didn't take any effort or time really at all, and it was an experience that I really enjoyed, so I figured I would film my reaction to my egg scramble because I'm really pleasantly surprised. Last thing I wanted to add was that I have been sleeping a lot more. Like I get so tired by the end of the day and then I sleep like a rock for like a lot longer than normal. I think it's just because I'm literally not eating a lot of calories. This first week is supposed to be super restrictive, and so there's like pros to that and cons. The pro is that I've weighed myself, and I'm not telling you my weight until at the end of this 8-week period that I'm doing Nutrisystem, but I will clue you in on the fact that yes, I have experienced a tremendous amount of like fluctuation weight loss and then actual like weight loss. So yay me. I'm feeling good about that. But yeah, from like someone who is almost certified as a health coach, by the end of November I'll be certified as a health coach. I would not suggest to any of my clients that they do something super restrictive like this, unless they were really mentally healthy with their relationship with food. So that's the end of my review for this week 1 of Nutrisystem. And now from here on out, I'm just talking to my subscribers, okay? I want to thank you guys so much for being there for me in the comments. I know it's been hard for me to like respond to all the comments, and I just am like trying to keep everything together, okay? So if I don't respond to your comment right away, I still read them, but it's just, you know, I'll get around to responding. But it means so much to me, the amount of encouragement that I've received from you guys. And I also want to acknowledge that without this channel and without the people who are consistently supporting me, it would be hard to mentally recover from all of my issues with food. I think that I've gained a lot of food freedom, not just from the things that I'm doing in my personal life and my personal health journey, but in being able to open up with you guys and talk about the things that I'm really struggling through or really trying to process and like work through without feeling like you guys are going to judge me, but just being honest and open and not feel like I have to hide in shame for the things that I'm really battling through. That has been so restorative. You guys have helped me so much recover from like my emotional issues with eating. And it's only because of this parasocial relationship that we have that I feel confident in doing a diet program or a diet review without feeling like I'll go off the rails, because I feel like you guys really do hold me accountable and give me the support and encouragement that I need. No, I don't take a lot of like advice in the comments because, you know, there's no way for you to know my whole story and for me to be able to trust, you know, your credentials, but the encouragement and just the community that I have with you guys has been so healing for me and my relationship with food and my relationship with myself, the things that I deal with depression, alopecia, PCOS, just eczema, allergies, normal life stuff. that I'm processing through. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't be able to be so open and honest about my relationship with food and how I'm eating and how I'm getting through day to day without the kind of genuine people that you guys are. So if you're subscribed to me or to my channel and you've been there for me in the comments, or you've messaged me on Instagram or emailed me, I just want to really genuinely say thank you, because you guys really do mean a lot to me. I probably would not be, it sounds so cliche to say I wouldn't be where I'm at without you guys. I don't think I would be. I think I'd still be really struggling on some of those early steps of just getting over some of my health issues, or just getting over my fear of dieting. And now I'm on a diet plan without fearing, backsliding or anything like that, because you guys are really, y'all are the realist. And I feel like I can be open about my struggles and still stay accountable. And that means a lot to me. So I just wanted to say that. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing so well. I love you so much. Please let me know again in the comments if my Instagram would be a better place to put my meal reviews on. I don't want my whole Instagram to look like a Nutrisystem ad. Because again, this isn't sponsored, but I probably will just do it anyway. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Tune in Wednesday for another MLM video, another AMY one. And next Sunday for week 2, we're going to get into kind of the general rules for like Nutrisystem, not just week 1 specific, but what they actually expect in the Nutrisystem program that I'm going to be eating. So anyway, okay. Bye.